Hey, if you're looking for a nice looking headset that has good noise cancellation for all your meeting calls and normal general usage for calls, then you should check out the OLEAP Pilot. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Now the OLEAP Pilot over here, which is basically the OLEAP Pilot P200B according to their owner's manual, it is one of the most interesting products I bought on Kickstarter. Okay, they actually listed their Kickstarter probably a year and a half ago or so, and I've been using it almost daily or weekly at least, and this has been pretty much a go-to when I actually want to use a headset right now. The most interesting thing is that they actually promoted this with two main features. Of course, the unit is small and it's lightweight. It also looks very much like some other brands out there with the over-ear kind of active use, but this is not mainly focused for active use. What's interesting here is that they don't use bone conducting technology like other brands, because this one, the placement of the speakers and the speakers that they do use are slightly larger, and they actually kind of give out a very nice tone. To me, it's a balanced tone between bass and also mid-range, and the high range is very, very balanced to me, but I like the punch. It has somehow, they may work some magic into it, so there's a little bit of a punch when it actually has the bass line too. It's only sitting at the side of your ear and it's not in your ear, and it sounds like if you were to use any of those in-ear monitors, it's almost going to sound similar to that. But the benefit of this is that you can still hear your surroundings, at least when you're moving around, and if anybody talks to you, you can still hear them and you can actually reply to them even though you're on long calls. Now the other thing I want to mention here is the microphone that they advertised in their Kickstarter campaign, which actually caught my attention because the microphone had a very, very strong or very, very noticeable noise cancellation option, which I think was very interesting for a unit like this. The thing that caught me most was that how they marketed this, because they were using power tools, they were doing all those kind of things in the background, and the person speaking into it, speaking into the phone to a conference call, and it sounded good and clear. I was skeptical, because was it just marketing gimmick, or was that just something just they filmed just for, you know, the Kickstarter campaign? So that caught my attention. I really wanted to test this out and give it a really good test and see how all this sounds like. Now, I don't want to go too much into technicalities. Once again, I don't normally do that. So all this information, specs and text will be in the description box on the website. Please go and check it out and see. What I got was the set with the headset and the USB dongle too. Now this one actually allows me to plug it into any PC, and it allows me to use the OLEAP Pilot headset anytime, anywhere. The good thing also is that this actually works on mobile phones. So if you do have a USB-C phone, you get a converter like this, you just plug it in. Let me get it right. Here you go. And you can actually plug this little thing into your mobile phone, USB-C of course, and then it will actually convert it to the to use. So in some of my tests later on in the video, I am actually recording this using the dongle straight into the phone, into either an application or like open camera or audio recorder, something like that, to record the audio. Then of course it comes with other things like the charging cable and two very nice little microphone sponges here and microphone covers, which I don't think you really need, but it's good to use it if you're outdoors because it does help with the wind noise a little bit. Also comes with a manual, like I said, and a very interesting quick guide here. As you can see, it is transparent, and I'm not sure, it's the first time I've seen this, well, at least for me, so quite an interesting item over here too. So actually, if you go onto the website and check out what they offer for the OLEAP Pilot, there is an option for you to buy just the unit itself, the headset itself, and there is another option like what I have here with the USB dongle, and another option is more for a desktop setup, which comes with a charging docking station where you can actually charge your unit when you just plug it, just put it down on the docking station. So if you're actually using this majority of the time in an office environment on your desk at home, you can get that unit there and you have it charging all the time if you need to. Let's take a closer look on the headset itself. It is a pretty simple setup over here. There are only 4 buttons that you have to learn how to use. One of them being the power button on the left. These are on the left hand side. Power button, volume up and volume down option here. Those are the 3 buttons on that side. On the right side, there is a big orange button which actually acts as a mute and unmute button, so you can actually use that too. Also works as a to call up your voice assistant if you are using Android or Apple, to call them up too. The way to pair this unit if you want to use Bluetooth is you can hold the power button down for at least a couple of seconds, and that will start pairing in Bluetooth mode. That's for your first device. So if you already managed to pair your device with the OLEAP Pilot, and if you want to add a second device, you triple press the power button to start pairing for the second device too. So yeah, it's pretty simple setup over here for this unit. It's not too complex with the Bluetooth option, and the buttons are easily reachable when you actually have it on your ear. You shouldn't find any problems doing that. Charging port at the bottom is USB-C, so yeah, you can charge it up with any kind of USB-C option, and you can still charge it and use it at the same time if you don't mind that wire hanging down from the side of your head. Alright, so this is an outdoor test with the OLEAP Pilot over here, and we're wearing it right now and you're carrying it right now, and I also have the DJI mic clipped onto my shirt. I'm going to see and go back and forth until you can hear what it's like with and without the noise cancellation feature, which the DJI mic does not have built in. Of course, the OLEAP Pilot does have the noise cancellation built in, so it's going to try its best to give my voice come up clearly on the video instead of sounding more natural on the DJI mic, which may pick up a lot of the background noise as well. So what do you think? This is an audio test that is coming directly from my mobile phone. This is the Xiaomi 11T Pro. It may have a little bit of noise cancellation built into it, but I think it's going to pick up a lot of the noise surrounding me. Even if I come a bit closer, and if you come much closer, you won't be able to see fully anyways. So this is just a reference for you to see what it's like on the onboard microphone versus the OLEAP microphone. Now I'm actually outside with the OLEAP Pilot. There is a wood chipper chipping up wood over there, and people blowing leaves, and it's really noisy. A lot of construction stuff going on over here right now. I just wanted to see how the OLEAP Pilot actually does in terms of getting noise out of the microphone. It's really noisy over here. I don't really want to be out here too long, but just to test it out and see this is what it sounds like when you have a lot of ambient noise and you talk into it. It may not sound like very natural, but it's doing its best to kind of at least get my voice through compared to not being able to hear me. So I'm going to turn off the microphone over here and just take a normal video and show you how noisy it is. Okay, and now this is with the internal microphone of the phone. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but it's just getting really noisy at the back as well. So this is what it sounds like without the OLEAP Pilot. I have the OLEAP Pilot over here taken off. It's unplugged at the moment. So this is what it sounds like with the same wood chipper going on right behind me over that side over there. Okay, so we're gonna have another test over here. This time I thought we're doing it in my studio with a air purifier right next to me on my right. So this will kind of give an indoors controlled environment noise just to test out the microphones. And in addition to that, I have other microphones here. My Superlux microphone that I normally use in my studio recordings. I have also an external microphone hooked up to my camera, which is the Video Mic Go, and also the 5200 Plantronics over here and the OLEAP Pilot over here. And these are both recording into 2 separate mobile phones using their USB dongles so that I can get the best connection as well. So right now, this guy is turned on at night mode, so this is actually pretty quiet. And I'm going to ramp up the audio, I'm going to ramp up the wind noise over here to maximum. I'm going to move a little bit closer to get the maximum sound we can possibly get from this unit. And what you're going to hear right now is probably spooling up gonna be maximum right about now. And this is what it sounds like on the Superlux right over here, and that's what it now it's going to I'm going to switch the audio to the video mic go. You can hear what that sounds like. And I'm going to go over with the Plantronics Voyager 5200 right now, and right now it's going to switch over to the OLEAP Pilot microphone over here. So definitely you'll be able to hear these two microphones do its thing between getting the noise out and getting my voice over to the recordings over here. And it has fantastic algorithms and AI, but which one sounds better to you? Once again, we're going to do one quick round over here. The Superlux right over here. I'm recording into my Zoom recorder. Video might go directly on my camera. The Plantronics 5200 right here, and the OLEAP Pilot. Let me know which one sounds better to you. It's still quite loud over here actually, so yeah, let's stop the video here. Alright, those were the tests that I have actually done, and I hope you can hear the difference for yourself in terms of what the OLEAP Pilot can offer for you to use it, or at least give you some indication what it sounds like on the other party's end, because you will definitely be sounding like something like that, and the system will kind of cut out as much noise from the background if possible. But I think that this, although does sound a bit aggressive in terms of noise cancellation, the most important thing is that the voice comes true to the other party, because most of the time, whatever you're doing, whether you're on a call, you're live, or you are doing recordings and something like that, the audio is important, right? That's why I have microphones like this over here, because audio is important. If it compared to using the microphone on my camera, which is really far away from me, it's at least more than an arm's length from me, and that's not going to sound really good. And I'll be creating more videos, hopefully talking about microphones and etc. If you want to hear better audio, give me a thumbs up in the video over here. In summary, I do love the OLEAP Pilot. Number one, because it's comfortable to wear. Number two is because the audio is fantastic. And the third one is it has really good noise cancellation. One of the best ones I've heard so far in terms of using other products that I've done over the years. Now, although it does sound a little bit aggressive, I think it does serve the purpose. And if I wanted to rely on any kind of headset, this is one of them for sure. So go on the website and check them out, and for more information on where to buy them as well. I would say you should invest in one, especially if you're working from home. Now, if you have any questions, comments, remember, put them down below in the comments section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Until the next video, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon.